Hello, Watem here. Welcome back to some Umineko When They Cry. I feel like that's probably going to be a good thumbnail for last part if wasn't anything better, I guess. Before we start, let's have a look at the characters. Jessica, found in her own room in the mansion, with a weapon shaped like a stake having been rammed into her back. At the very end, she got to be with the person she loved. She must have been happy. Cannon, missing. The Witcher raised his corpse for fun, let alone threw them into chaos. The human world is what it is, then what is not is undoubtedly fantasy. Fantasy depicts what they themselves fear. Just want to check, do we have anything updated on the Witch? Nope. But yeah, I think we all think that she's going to say that Cannon's an accomplice, but another possibility, he was killed and his key taken from him. Yeah. Cannot say it for certain. There are only possibilities.
まさかローザおばさんはカノン君のことを言ってるんじゃないでしょうね。
カノン君がどうしてですか？この部屋は施錠されていたわ。そしてこの部屋に施錠できる鍵は使用人のみんなが持っているマスターキーとジェシカちゃんが持っているこの鍵しかない。
However, since Cannon is now disappearing, that key cannot be accounted for. And I think we've already had red text saying that all the keys are the only keys, I think.
でもジェシカちゃんの鍵はここに閉じ込められていた。ということは施錠できたのはマスターキーしかありえないの。
おっしゃる通りです。
となれば誰かがジェシカちゃんを殺し、そして施錠したことになる。
Probably. Or, I mean, technically a possibility is Jessica, in the verge of dying, enters a room and locks the door herself. But then again, she probably would have had the keys on her or something, not in the usual place, I guess, in the drawer, but maybe not. Who knows?
その人物はマスターキーを持っていたわ。そしてマスターキーを持っていた人物は5人しかいない。
On the other hand, all the master keys are accounted for and there cannot be any more. But can we say for certain that Jessica's key hasn't been duplicated?
そんな私ではありませんよ。私では。
And did red text give a number of keys? Was there one for each servant, including the ones that aren't on the island at the moment?
そんなことできません。
熊沢さんは朝が遅かった。私たちが礼拝堂から客間に戻ってきて、そこで会ったわけだけど、それまでの間、あなたがどこで何をしていたかは証明不能。物陰から私たちを伺っていて、孤立したジェシカちゃんたちの後を追い、こっそり襲いかかった。
私がお嬢様のところを訪れて、こんなむごいことをしたとおっしゃるのですか？あんまりにございます。あんまりですともう。
She's actually going after Kumasawa?
ゴーダさんだってどうです？
Okay.
あなたはカノン君にジェシカちゃんを任せて帰ってきたと言ったわ。でも本当なのかしら？本当は2人を殺してカノン君の死体を隠して、それで何食わぬ顔で戻ってきたんじゃないのかしら？
Yeah, actually, wondering about how much we can trust. Of like the Cannon's perspective, before he died. I'm wondering if he did get as far as the window and then he got killed there. And then the key was used to get into Jessica's room.
そんなことはありません。この強打、誓ってそのようなことはいたしません。
Yeah, basically, if you find Cannon alive, and not like bound up somewhere, then yeah, it's almost definitely him. Until then, though, you have to keep in mind the possibility that there's now someone else who has access to the keys that shouldn't.
私たちでもありません。私たちは親方様のご命令で。
ええ。あなたと源氏さんについてだけは大丈夫よ。
Really?
お父様から聞いた話で、それは裏付けられてる。
Okay.
二人はお父様の部屋でずっと筆行と立ち会いをしていた。
That sounds odd. Considering how Shannon was explaining to you, describing it to you, and transcribing and then got told off. This,
お父様と私が保証するわ。
I don't trust that.
ありがとうございます。
こうなれば郷田さんと熊沢さんのどちらかが怪しいという論法になると思うの。
Or third party.
私もこの部屋に入った最初はそう思った。でもね、おかしいと思ったの。ジェシカちゃんの遺体の様子を見て。みんなはおかしいと思わない？
So it's on her back. Which way is she lying? Up or down?
おかしいと言われますと
How much blood is there as well?
ジェシカちゃんは背中を刺されてるの。ほら、よく一般的に言うでしょ。
It's done by someone you trust?
背中を刺された事件は顔見知りが犯人の可能性が高いって。部屋に気を許せないような人を招き入れて背中を無防備にさらしたりなんか絶対にしない。
まさかローザ様はそれをカノン君だとおっしゃるんですか？
ええ、私たちは殺される直前のジェシカちゃんの様子をよく知ってる。
Another possibility. Cannon's been killed. Someone's taken the keys, and she's sobbing, not looking at the door, unaware that the door has been opened, not really thinking about it because she locked the door already. Potentially. Probably not if her keys were... who knows. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. Doesn't matter either way. Overwhelmed, stressed, not paying attention, and then gets killed.
両親の無残な遺体を見てジェシカちゃんはかなりパニックを起こしてたわ。そしてその後に冷静を取り戻しひどく落ち込んだだろうことは容易に想像がつく。
You said she regained her composure.
そんなジェシカちゃんが一人で部屋に閉じこもったという真意はとても理解できるの。そしてこの辺りの経緯は郷田さんの話とも一致するわ。一人にしてくれと言ったジェシカちゃん、そして年も近く思春期の関係もあったかもしれないカノン君が自分に任せてほしいと言った気持ち、本当によくわかるの。そしてだからこそカノン君をジェシカちゃんは部屋に迎え入れたと思うの。でも郷田さんや熊沢さんだったらどうかしら。部屋に入れてもらえたかしら。
私はお嬢様に信頼を得ていたと信じています。
Are you really trying to incriminate yourself?
ではありますが、
Oh,
その
okay.
なら郷田さんもやはり容疑者の一人ね。郷田さんは多分ジェシカちゃんには好かれてないと思ってたから、ナーバスなジェシカちゃんは部屋に入れなかったと思う。だから犯人ではありえないって思ったんだけど。
いえ、その残念ながらお嬢様にはお認めいただけていなかったかもしれません。熊沢さんはどうですか？
私どもね、女組は年が離れすぎていて、お嬢様のような若い方の気持ちはなかなか汲み取れません。
That's very convenient for you.
お嬢様も私たちに心は開かなかったでしょうとも。ねえ、郷田さん。
ええ、そうです。私たちではとても心を開かなかったでしょう。長身のお嬢様が私たちを部屋に入れてくれたわけなどありません。
Goto-san and Kumasawa-chan each rubbed their hands together, affirming each other with forced smiles on their faces. It was truly unpleasant rodeo. They feel too much like they're working together there.
昇進のジェシカちゃんが部屋に入ることを許した人物、無防備な背中を許した人物、そしてその人物はマスターキーを持っていた。
I wouldn't put too much of an emphasis on having the master key.
それらが示すのは一人、
It doesn't.
カノン君しかありえないのよ。
No,
待ってください。
there are holes in your reasoning.
カノン君は決してそんなことは。
あら、じゃあ他に誰が？やっぱり郷田さんか熊沢さんが怪しいの。シャノンちゃんはどっちが疑わしいと思う？ねえ。
私は。
私ではありませんよ、シャノンさん。ええ、私ではありませんとも。
もちろん私でもありません。お嬢様と仲が良かったのはカノンさんと、あとシャノンさんじゃありませんか。
ああ、そうだったわね。シャノンちゃんならジェシカちゃんも部屋に入れてくれるかもしれない。でもあなたはお父様のところにいたはず。でも実はあなたが犯人なの。
シャノンが犯人のわけはない。おじい様のところで大切な用事をしていたとさっき言ったはず。
And if they're just transcribing, what were they transcribing?
ええ、分かってる。シャノンちゃんとゲンジさんは犯人じゃない。ずっと一緒にいたってお父様も認めてる。さて、みんなはどう考えるかしら。
That, again, that feels strange. After being told that, no one could respond. She shouldn't be able to be confirming them 100% like that. Even if someone did manage to argue back, they then have to offer the name of a different suspect. Is there perhaps... Is Witch perhaps pulling some strings here? Because previous time, like Witch Side Battle refused to answer who the culprit was then, instead focusing entirely on disproving the witch. Yeah. If anyone did manage to argue back, then they'd have to offer the name of different suspects, for which perhaps trying to force him into naming a suspect to force him to accept the witch. It doesn't though, because it could be someone else who has stolen the master key and was able to sneak up. No one could do something like that. Aunt Rosa glances at everyone in turn, fingering the gun like it was a toy. She seems so different from the kind Aunt Rosa I knew. What about the kind Aunt Rosa that Maria knows, huh? No, it's probably because I'm not fully aware of the danger we're in. Maybe Aunt Rosa's attitude would seem natural if I could truly sense the peril surrounding us.
意見はないよね。じゃあ私の意見を言うわ。カノン君が死体なき犠牲者である可能性はもちろん否定できない。でも死体が見つからない限りカノン君が容疑者である可能性も全く否定できないわ。
It also means that until you find his corpse or his living body, you can't rule out the possibility that there's another person.
ひょっとするとカノン君は犯人に襲われてどこかに監禁されていた。
If he does appear again, then yes, he is highly suspect. Unless that form is in the corpse.
というような口実でひょっこりと現れるかもしれない。でも用心して。多分おそらく。
Consider him dead or
確実ね。
against you.
カノン君がジェシカちゃんを殺した。
There is doubt about it. There is plenty of doubt about it.
バカな。
私には信じられません。カノン君がお嬢様をなんて。あんまりです。
僕もシャノンに同じだよ。カノン君が犯人だと決めつけることには反対だ。
なら郷田さんと熊沢さんどっちが犯人なの？
Why limit yourself so?
怪しい方を教えて。
私たちではありません。
ありません。
カノン君じゃなくてこの扉を施錠できるのは誰なの？シャノンちゃん？ジョージ君？ねえねえねえねえ。
Aunt Rosa closed in on Chan and George Anarchy, laughing unpleasantly. What about you? Of course they couldn't say anything back. They wanted to believe in Canon-kun. But if they did, they'd have to suspect the other servants. The simplest culprit was the mystery guest. Beatrice. Actually was Rosa... No, Rosa can't have been with them the whole time because she went to get the gun. Where was that? No, yeah, that was definitely before because they've only just discovered the body. It could be Rosa. But she was nothing more than a guest and didn't have a master key. We've also got a missing master key. Keep that in mind. So if Beatrice is the culprit, despite lacking a master key, then do we have to accept the argument that she really is a witch who locks the door with the power of magic? No! No, it isn't! It's like Swiss cheese.
何を悩む？わらわのせいにしてしまえ。19人目の謎の来客のせいにすればよいではないか。そうすれば人間どもの醜い押し付け合いを見ずに済むぞ。
つまりなんだよ。
I do love that witch laugh sound effect.
犯人は19人目の来客、ベアトリーチェ。こいつは魔女だからマスターキーがなくても魔法で施錠できたと。そいつを認めろってのかよ。ふざけるなふざけるなふざけるな。
前回のゲームでお前の弱点は知り尽くしているぞ。さあどうするどうする。お前はわらわを絶対に認めないのだったな。ならカノンというちょうどいい生贄を使えばよい。カノンがジェシカを殺した。ローザの説を支持すればこの場は丸く収まるぞ。 カノンはもう死んでいるのだ。死者に気遣う必要などあるまい。そしてこの場にいる誰も疑わずに済む。
Until the next person dies.
畜生！お前を認めたりはしない。でもカノン君が犯人だなんて、そんなことはありえない。
I won't deny the possibility.
私は誰も疑いたくはありません。しかし疑わしきは黒ということもあるにはあります。とにかく用心するに越したことはないでしょうな。
南條先生、それはどういう意味ですか？
その勘違いしないでください。私はカノンさんを犯人だと決めつけたいわけじゃない。
It's like if someone goes quiet in TTT, they're either dead or bad, typically.
しかし事情がわかるまでカノンさんが犯人の可能性もあると。
If they're bad, it's because they want to hide the fact that they're still alive.
そう思っておいた方が安全だというのです。
What about thinking about the fact that there's now a key which isn't accounted for?
そうですわね。用心はしてしすぎることはありませんもの。
Pinning the blame on the person that isn't there is not being cautious enough. The general consensus certainly didn't seem to find fault with Nanji for what he said. True, no one actually thought Cannon's the culprit. But unless they suspected him, they'd have to suspect one of the servants here. We didn't want to do that. We didn't want to suspect. We didn't want to be suspected. In that case, how are you being cautious?
それで正解よ。警戒してしすぎるということはない。それについて異論はないわね。いい？この殺人事件にはお父様の黄金伝説が関わっている可能性がとても高い。だとすれば数百億円の莫大な黄金を独り占めしようと企む何者かの犯行に違いない。
Doesn't seem right.
それだけのお金が手に入ればどこの国でも生涯遊んで暮らせるわ。そのためなら私たちを皆殺しにすることだってあるかもしれない。マスターキーを持っていないという理由でジェシカちゃん殺しについてだけは19人目の来客。
Yeah, I get the feeling I'm not the only one that disagreed with her theory that they're behind after the gold. Maria also disagrees. She's thinking it's because of magic. I'm thinking that I don't know.
ベアトリーチェを容疑者から外した。
Don't. There's a key missing, so expect anyone to have a master key.
でも事件に関わってないとは言えないわ。
There is that too.
何しろ莫大な黄金ですもの。犯人は複数人いる可能性だって否定できない。今この瞬間この中に犯人に買収されている人間が混じっているかもしれない。
She said the words. As Aunt Rosie yelled, she looked all around, her gun still raised. Don't believe anyone, suspect the person next to you. That's what she was saying. But no one wanted to suspect. They didn't want to suspect anyone here. Roads there isn't clear for a Shiva. It really kind of feels like she's trying to give herself an alibi by agreeing with Shannon's statement. Because it doesn't feel like she knew that before until Shannon stated it. And at that point it's public knowledge that that's what Shannon's claim is. So she isn't providing any useful information with that. She's corroborating their claims, but I mean, someone who doesn't have the information could do that too. That weakness in their hearts demanded an answer from those not present.
容疑者でないと信じることができるのは2つしかない。
Oh, please do tell.
自分自身と、そして死体になったものだけよ。
Although I'll disagree slightly with the second point. They could be killed while working with a suspect. Or so again, I think I've mentioned this before, but in Then There Were None, the murderer works for a while with a doctor not realizing that he's helping the murderer. He thinks that he's helping to find out who the murderer is.
それはカノン君も同じ。死体が見つからない限り、彼はジェシカちゃん殺しの最有力容疑者なのよ。
I would change that slightly. Instead of he's the most likely suspect, I'd say if he's found alive, he's the most likely suspect. Yeah, or if he's found alive, he's highly suspect in Jessica's murder.
だから用心して。もし生きてたとしても、何かの理由を取り繕っても、絶対に信用しちゃダメよ。
Because yeah, if you catch sight of his corpse, that means that they already have the key anyway.
いいわね。
No one gave an answer of their own initiative. However, those who met Aunt Rosa's eyes had to nod their heads. Humans are beings who live by moulding themselves to fit society. In other words, from the time they're born, trusting each other is genetically imprinted on them. It's unpleasant to go against that. They never want to suspect it's someone. But if they're forced to suspect someone, they find it safest to choose someone who isn't present at that moment. Yeah. For the purpose of safety and nothing more, they half-heartedly chose Cannon to be the sacrifice. That's ridiculous. I definitely don't want to believe that Cannon is the culprit. I'd heard it from George Anarchy just now. But not only were those two close in age, they also had that kind of adolescent relationship Aunt Rosa had mentioned. That kind? Yeah. It may be a little late now, but yes, they really did have that kind of air about them. After seeing her parents' tragic corpses, Jessica, bearing deep wounds in her heart, would only have trusted Cannon-kun. It was very easy to imagine. And that's why I don't like it. Cannon-kun was the only one she trusted, so she wouldn't have let anyone but Cannon-kun in. So Cannon-kun was the only one who could have killed Jessica? I just can't accept that kind of argument.
わかった。
Battler's gonna go, objection!
カノン君がもし現れても油断しないで。
I do agree with that.
カノン君の無実を証明できない限り、私たちはジェシカちゃん殺しの犯人をカノン君だと仮定します。
That was Aunt Rosa's claim. By using the vague word assume, she managed to convince everyone in the end. Yeah, I mean, by the same logic that someone could have taken Cannon's keys and then snuck in, the other servants could have snuck in as well to kill Jessica. Everyone nodded weakly, and with the excuse that they were just assuming for the time being, they concluded that Cannon was the culprit who had killed Jessica. I wonder what the dead Jessica and Cannon would think if they could hear this exchange. I wonder if that's why no servants were in the first 6 this time, so that they wouldn't realise that the keys are missing until later. Jessica was crying. She was crying into the chest of a person who had put his life on the line to fight for her, Cannon. It was frustrating. So frustrating that it felt like her chest would explode. She grieved and resented how far the dignity of the dead had been trampled.
あいつら、なんでカノン君のことを犯人扱いするんだよ。死体がないからです。死体がないとなんで犯人扱いなんだよ。カノン君は私のために命がけで戦ってくれたんだぜ。
Maybe, maybe not.
それであの魔女に戯れに死体を消されて。
We also can't take this as fact.
それ なんてひどいぜ。ひどすぎる。いいんです。結局守りきれなかったけれど、最後にお嬢様のお役に立てたのですから。それをどうしてみんな分かってくれないんだよ。
I wonder if there's additional blood in the scene.
やめろ、ローザおばさん。そんなめちゃくちゃな推理でカノン君を犯人だなんて決めつけるな。犯人だとは言ってません。疑わしいと。いえ、用心しようと、そういう話ですから。言ってるよ。こいつらはカノン君が犯人だということにしてきっと思考を停止する。
I feel like this section is just going to be interrupted with, or end with Battler going, objection.
もう私を殺した犯人が誰かなんて考えないよ。カノン君が犯人でない可能性なんて考えないよ。そしてこの後も何かあるたびに行方不明のカノン君の仕業にして言い訳を繰り返す。私はそんなの耐えられないよ。いいんです。お嬢様だけは真実を知っています。私だけが知ってたって意味がないんだよ。死んで分かった。真実ってのは生きてる人間のものだ。真実が残らなかったら死者は報われない。何のためにカノン君が命を懸けたのか分かんなくなっちゃう。
実に愉快な見物よ。死者の嘆きほど甘い蜜も珍しい。嘆け嘆け。そなたがいくら嘆こうとも死者の声は決して聖者には届かぬ。
畜生、畜生。誰でもいい。私の声を聞いてくれ。カノン君は犯人なんかじゃない。カノン君は死体を消されただけなんだ。どうしてそれが分かんないんだよ。お嬢様、こんなの嫌だ。悲しい、悔しい。これじゃカノン君は殺されそうじゃないか。死者の名誉は聖者が認めなきゃ得られないんだ。誰でもいい。気づいてくれよ。カノン君は犯人じゃない。
And I'm going to bet that Battler is going to say something in the next line, so I'm going to end it here for today. I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know any feedback you have in the comments. Until next time, see ya.